All right. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Thanks for joining. Let's get some people in here before we start because I know a lot of people are going to be like, what did he post? What did he say? What are their names? Who's left? So we got a lot of things to get to here first. Well, not a lot, but I do have. So I'm going to go over the order I was sent stuff yesterday and then how I was able to kind of piece stuff together with some help, I might add. So I don't want to. Some help behind the scenes, so I appreciate it. To the person that helped me out, they know who they are. Sorry, just checking messages here. So, all right. Here's the one thing I want to say. I said it on my podcast today. I don't know if you heard me say it. If you didn't listen to my podcast, Grant's season is going to be shorter than past seasons, and I think it's only going to be shorter by one episode. Normally, you have 11 episodes in a season, which includes the tell-all. Well, considering where they're at right now and how many women are left, there's no way they're getting 11 seasons. Because here's, I guess, the biggest thing so far this season, the biggest spoiler so far. They're in episode 4. And usually on a normal season where it's not shortened, on a normal season, you would have hometown dates would be episode 8. They'd usually start travel in episode 4, usually about 15 people left. Then it goes to 12 and then 9 or 10 and then 6 or 7 and then down to 4 in episode 8. So you'd have 15 people in episode 4 when travel started, then 12 in episode 5 and 9 or 10 in episode 6. Is that right? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, but hometown dates is usually on a normal season, episode 8. Charities was like episode 6. And I think Gabby and Rachel was episode 7. But for the longest time, it was hometown dates episode 8, overnight dates episode 9, the tell-all was episode 10, and then the finale was the 11th episode. Well, I can tell you right now, before we show the picture and whatnot, we'll get to it. They are on episode 4. They did 3 episodes in LA. I don't know how many they started with. They gave us 27 names on the Bachelor Facebook page. My guess is they started with 25. I'm guessing 2 of those women that they released on the Bachelor Facebook page or Bachelor Facebook page didn't make it. I know 1 didn't. I don't know if there was 1 more or 2 more. Either way, probably started right around 25. And then I know that 18 made it to episode 2. Because there was a 10-person basketball group date, 5-on-5, and then there was a 7-person R&B date, and then a 1-on-1. I was going to release the group date stuff. I have who was on the group date, which team won, some notes from it, same with the R&B date the next day. But once I found out who the remaining women on the show are, I'm like, well, that trumps what happens in episode 2. If I posted who was in the group dates in episode 2, you'd be like, yeah, but you know the remaining women. Why don't you tell us that? So figured, yeah, might as well. So we've got, so then they went from 18 in episode 2 and now episode 4. Here's the big spoiler. I don't know if it's big, but compared to past seasons, it is. There's only 10 women left in the season. 10 women in episode 4, which my guess is in Madrid, 2 people will get eliminated episode 4, be down to 8. Then it'll probably go 8 to 6 and then 6 to 4. So we're going to get hometowns probably in episode 7. Unless they're cutting it by 2 episodes and then 3 are gone this episode and it goes from 10 to 7 and then 3 are gone in episode 5 and it goes from 7 to 4. But I don't think that's the case. I think we're going to get 10 to 8, 8 to 6, 6 to 4. But yeah, there's only 10 women left. I was just as surprised as you. When I saw this photo and videos yesterday, I was like, huh? We only got 10 women left? And when I first saw the picture, which I'll bring up right now. So this is the picture I received yesterday. And you'll see there's only 9 women in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, I can tell you there's a 10th, and you'll see that when I post the video. But as we go around the table, I'm like, okay. And then once we know, I posted yesterday that Dina got the one-on-one date, meaning all these women here are the only women left on the show. So there's only 10. Now, let's go around the room. I don't even go around. I'll just show you the next picture because I have them labeled. Oh, whoops. Hang on. Oh, I got to minimize it, then go. There we go. So this is them. This is Zoe McGrady. This is Juliana Pascarosa, Carolina Sofia, Dina, who's kind of covered up here. And that was one I didn't know right away. Parisa. Rose is off screen. You will see Rose in the video. This is Natalie Phillips. This is Serafina Watkins. This is Alexi Godin. And this one, obviously, when her back was to me, I was like, I don't know who that is. It's kind of hard to tell. I had to go through all the pictures, and I'm like, who could it possibly be? Use process elimination. And it is Lydia. And those are your 10. These are the 10 women that are left. And Grant came, and we know, took Dina away from the group and had her one-on-one date. So this was the first video that I got. Let me remove this and let me bring this video up. So this is the first video that I got sent to me yesterday. And I was like, because I had already gotten the picture and I only saw 9 women in the picture. But then when I watched this video, and it literally took me 10 times to watch it, because I was like, I'm not seeing what I should be seeing. Who is this girl in the black top and like, I don't even know what you call it. I'm not good with women's clothing. But here we go. This was the video. So you'll see them walking up to the restaurant. By the way, this is the Arabelle restaurant in Plaza Mayor in, I guess, downtown Madrid. But this is the this whole thing is the Arabelle restaurant. So you can see this, right? Can you guys see this video? Please tell me in the comments. Is it playing for everybody? As I'm stopping, I am pausing it, but please leave in the comments if you can see this video. Because sometimes I think you can't, and I don't know what's going on. Can you see it? Yes. Okay, thank you. All right, so here's the video of the women walking. You see that's Carolina up front. And then you see that is Dina right there. And then this is, I'd have to go back to the picture, but just, it's kind of a little bit far away. But then this girl right here in the black top and the skirt, I'm like, wait a second. She wasn't in this picture because there's nobody with a black top like this. Oh, I gotta go back. Yeah. There's nobody in a black top like that as we fast forward. And I'm like, who is that person? And then I realized, oh, that's Rose. And she just is cut off. So this person right here, that's Rose Somke. But when you go back to the picture, you don't see anybody with a black top like that. Only one person even has a black top, and it's Carolina. And Carolina was the first person that you see walking in that video. So I'm like, so when I got the first picture, I was assuming, oh, there's 9 people left. And this is a 9-person group date, so there must be 11 or 12. You know, one person, a one-on-one, possibly a 2-on-1. But no, this is all 10 of them, because if you watch the video, you can basically see all 12 of them, or all 10 of them walking. So you've got the 3 up front. You got Carolina, Dina, and whoever has this jacket on. So before I could identify them, that was 3. And then this row right here, there's 4 of them right here, and this is where Rose is. And then back people get cut out. And I'm like, so you see those 4 people, 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the back people, you only see 2 here, but if you scroll back at the beginning of the video and you see at the back, there's 3 of them. Right there, you can see that there's 3. So yeah, it took me a little studying, to say the least. Now let's go to the video where you can dissect. This is Grant greeting all of them, and you can see him give a hug to all 10. And that's where I realized, okay, that's clearly Rose. But this is going to be the one that everyone's going to dissect to see, who did he give a long hug to? Did he give a half hug to somebody? It's just like, you guys, there's no reason to dissect this. You can't tell anything I know you're going to want to, but let's be real. So here's Grant. Yada, 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 yada. And then he walks out. Grant, on cue, go. Go walk. The women get up for him. Oh, by the way, there's Rose right there. So she's clearly cut off in the picture. But he goes around the table and hugs everybody. Well, let's see about this hug. We can't really see that one. Oh, lingered a little bit. Oh, baby. Oh, two-handed hug. Oh, wait a second. Two-handed hug to Carolina. The other two didn't get two arms around them. I have no idea. I have no idea who the front runner is. But he just give Carolina two arms. Oh, he gave two arms to Dina there. Okay, who he ends up taking on a date a little bit later after this. And this is, two arms to, that is Parisa. And then here's Rose. Two arms to her, and this is Natalie. Basically gave two arms to everybody, so can you really tell? So, whoops. Must have been the woman that sent me the video, or somebody related to the person that sent me the video. So if we want to watch that again, we can watch. I'm going to post these tomorrow, maybe later on tonight. I don't know. But, yeah, it's just funny. He's just standing there, and he's like, all right, let's go. Time to go. Time to hug everybody. But I thought he gave some people a hug. A one-armed hug. That seemed like a side hug with what's her face there that I'm already blanking on. Shit. Oh, Lydia. But I'm just guessing here. I could be way off. I don't know. I don't know who's winning. Let's see here. This one. No, he did give her two arms. See, that one right there, that was kind of a one arm. And then everyone else from here on out we know gets a two arm hug. Carolina, Dina, Parisa. Hey, by the way, if your name ends in A, you have a good shot to win this season because we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the final 10 last name ends in A. So how about that? Yeah. So anyway, if we want to see this video again, this is him hugging Rose and him hugging Natalie.
Get a hug, Ellie.
Natalie's a tall drink of water, isn't she? She looks like it. She looks like the tallest one there. I'll tell you this. She was on the basketball date. I know that. But Natalie looks pretty tall. And so, yeah, if we go back to this one, this was just them walking. So, yeah, when I saw this video and the video was sent to me, I'm like, okay, it must be a group date. But then when I got the pictures later of Dina, that confirmed that there's only 10 women left on the season, because if this was a group date, he wouldn't have taken one of them away. And clearly, when they arrive at a place like this and he's hugging everybody, that means everybody, these are the only women left on the show. So there's your 10. Once again, I will be posting these a little bit later. These are, hold on, make sure you can blow that up and see it. Yeah, Rose, as we know, we saw Rose give him a hug, and this is where she was sitting, basically in between Parisa and Natalie. But I know you can't see Lydia and Alexi. If I bring this back up, this is how I was able to. That woman keeps getting some airtime on my video here. If you pause it at the right time, like right here, maybe. Yeah, that's this one right here. I mean, that's Alexi. It's the best. What I can tell you. And that was Lydia that just hugged him. Let's see if I can get her hand away from her face. Yeah, I know it's kind of far away. I know it's a little bit blurry, but that is not Lydia. Yeah, sorry, Lydia. That is her, Lydia Gar. So, as we can watch this video again. It's always fun to watch him hug everyone. Right? Fast forward Let's fast forward to the hugs. Huggy McHuggerson. There he is. Grant Ellis. So, yeah, that's Carolina, Dina, Marisa. Hey, your name ends in A. You got a 60% chance of winning this season. Rose. And tall drink of water, Natalie. Sorry, this woman probably doesn't want to make my video. I probably should have edited that before. I didn't. You know what? I didn't even watch the end of this video. I didn't even know that woman was in the video until I just showed it. So, yeah. If you want to know their last names, they're all on the on my Instagram page or on my highlights. But yeah, that is the restaurant is the Arabelle, and it's right in Plaza Mayor. If you Google Arabelle Restaurant, Plaza Mayor, Madrid, Spain, you can see the design of this restaurant is the same one that pops up in all the images there. So these are his women. He's got what? 2 white women? Blondes? I mean, Dina is a blonde, clearly, and Natalie's a blonde. Dina is kind of a sandy blonde, I guess. Natalie's a blonde, and I wouldn't call Juliana a blonde, but definitely a lot of women of color, which is a good thing. But as I said, I do not know who the front runner is. I have no idea who has gotten a one-on-one date outside of, well, one of these women clearly got the first one-on-one date of the season because they were not on the basketball date or the R&B date. I know who it is. I'll tell you that later. It's somebody who's, hey, I'll narrow it down to this. It's one of the 6 women whose name ends in A, I think. Oh, wait. Is it? Oh, crap. I got to look at my notes. Forget I said that. It might be, it might not. I'm totally blanking on which of these 10 wasn't on the basketball or the R&B date. Oh, shit. Oh, well. Sorry. I forgot. It's one of these 10, clearly. But yeah, that was what I had to do once I found out, and once I was able to identify all 10 of these women, I was like, okay, now let me go back to the basketball date and the R&B date and see, well, who is in this picture that wasn't on any of the first group dates of the season? And there is one of them there, and I'm blanking on which one it is. Gosh, it's in my notes somewhere. Sorry, but you'll know. But yeah, I mean, it looks like a very mixture of women, which is good. All very attractive, obviously, and yeah, it should be. I wish I had more to give you today. So obviously, yesterday was a one-on-one date with Dina, and we know when they start traveling, there's 2 one-on-ones and a group date. So today was a group date. I didn't get any videos or pictures. I didn't think I would, because usually when they're in another country, most group dates are done out somewhere else. Sometimes they ask audiences to show up, but as far as I know, I haven't gotten anything today in regard to today's group date. So now that we know who the 10 women are, if we find out who gets tomorrow's one-on-one, then we'll know the 8 women that were on the group date. Unless there is a 2-on-1 tomorrow and they're doing a 2-on-1. But probably with 10 women left, I would be surprised if they did a 2-on-1. My guess is someone's just going to get a 1-on-1 tomorrow, and we can subtract that person and Dina, and then the other 8 are the people that were on the group date. And then I don't know where they're going next. And obviously, I'm at the mercy of people sending me stuff when it comes to out of the country. I have no idea. I had no idea they were even in Madrid yesterday morning. And then I had literally 4 people tell me they're in Madrid. I just saw them, but I didn't get any pictures. And then someone sent me this picture. And then, it's funny, when the person sent me this picture, I asked them, I was like, hey, were these all the women that you saw, or is there somebody out of frame? And she's like, actually, I think there might have been a woman out of frame. And I said, what location at the table were they sitting in? And they pointed to right here. But they weren't 100% sure. So I was like, okay. So I was able to identify the 9. Took me a while, but I was able to identify the 9. Obviously, Lydia was the toughest because I was just like, I'm guessing here because I just don't know. But then the video came in maybe an hour, 90 minutes later. And I was like, okay, now I can clearly see, or not clearly, but I can see it a little bit better, what they look like. And then I had, and then I saw Rose in there. I was like, okay, well, that's Rose. And so I was like, okay, there's 10. And then I was assuming, and at that point, I still didn't know, is this a group date or are these the only women left on the show? And then once he took Dina away, if you just go back to last Bachelor season, there were 12 women left on Joey's season and 12 women were sitting at the table. Remember, I got pictures of that where they were in Spain as well, but they were in, oh crap, what was the name of that city in Spain for Joey's season? God, I'm so bad at this. Totally blanking. Anyway, remember he took Kelsey away and they drove away on the moped and she got her first one-on-one date. That doesn't mean that because Kelsey got taken away on a group date for her one-on-one and now Dina did yesterday, that doesn't mean Dina's the front runner. We have no idea. Nobody has any idea who's leading, who's a front runner. I have no idea. But I do know these are the final 10 women and it's episode 4, which means there's probably going to be 2. And then 8 will go to the next location. And they'll probably eliminate 2 there in episode 5. Then episode 6, they'll be down to 6 women, and that'll go from 6 to 4. And then episode 7 will be hometown. So we are literally, hometown should start next weekend. And it's going to be 4 of these women. So yes, these are the final 10. I just looked over to the question. You probably missed the beginning. These are the final 10 because he took Dina away on the date, and we know Dina had yesterday's one-on-one. These are the only 10 left. So, yeah, they went from 8. So they had 18 in episode 2, and at the beginning of episode 4, this one, they had 10. So probably went 18 to 14 and then 14 to 10. But he eliminated a lot in Los Angeles because this is clearly this is everybody left in Madrid. And Dina got yesterday's one-on-one. There was a 8-person probably group date today, and then tomorrow one-on-one. Unless tomorrow's a 2-on-1, then there were only 7 on the group date today. So, yeah, this is yes. Looking at the comments, Marbella, Spain is where they were last for Joey's season. Totally blanked on that. You probably could have given me 15 more minutes, and I wouldn't have gotten Marbella. I don't know why. Although I could have just gone to my notes and looked at it, but off the top of my head, for whatever reason, I couldn't remember that. So yeah, so Dina got the one-on-one and we'll see what happens from there. So that's really all I got. Just wanted to show you that. I will post it either later on tonight or tomorrow. So you can have it. It'll go on, I'll post it on my Instagram stories and then it'll also go on my highlights. And then all 3 of them will go on my Twitter feed as well. So again, I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate you following this. And yeah, we're down to your final 10. And one of these women are probably going to be engaged to Grant by middle of November. Although it's actually going to finish a lot soon. It's going to finish sooner this year. Usually it finishes mid-October, middle of November. But if we're down to 10 on October 1st, just looking at a calendar. Let me just see here. Looking at a calendar. So rose ceremony in Madrid will be on Thursday. Then 1 day off travel Friday, and then date, rose ceremony. That'll be on the 8th. Travel, date, rose ceremony, travel the 4th. So it looks like hometowns are going to start around October 15th. So they'll go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, Tuesday. 21st of October will be the last hometown date. And I always reference this back to Courtney because for whatever reason, I'll always remember the fact that Courtney Robertson on her Bachelor season had the 4th hometown date and it was on Halloween. So looks like we're running about 10 days ahead of schedule based on past seasons. Looks like October 21st will be the 4th hometown date. October 22nd will be hometown date rose ceremony, and then they'll take off on the 23rd for wherever they're going for final rose ceremony and overnight dates and final rose ceremony. So that'll probably start filming on the 25th. So yeah, we'll probably finish up November 8th, 9th, 10th, that weekend, looks like. So yeah. Anyway, thank you all. I'll be talking about it on the Daily Roundup tomorrow, and I'll be posting it, like I said, on my socials either later on tonight or tomorrow. So appreciate you all stopping by, coming in, enjoying this YouTube stuff that we do. And I hope every single one of you watching this is very well aware of what my shirt says and what it means. If you don't know what swim, swami, slippy, slappy, Swanson, Samsonite, I was way off means, then sorry, we can't be friends. Anyway, appreciate you tuning in, and I will talk to you soon. See you tomorrow on the Daily Roundup and Sports Daily.